These 4 pals are essential to your playthrough and I think you should add them ASAP. And today we're going to do just that, starting with Azurobe. She's a really strong water type and the second water type of the series. Now her work suitability is going to make her very valuable to us with watering level 3, but that's not the only reason we need her. There's another very strong pal later in the video we're going to try to catch, and Azurobe is going to be crucial to doing so. Now there's an important step for everybody watching that you need to follow. The Nightwing saddle. This is a necessary addition to your servers and it's going to be a complete game changer for you. Good news for those watching, it can be unlocked as early as level 15, which I know all of you can reach rather quickly, and it can be built at the Pal Gear workbench. This is going to make getting around the map a lot easier. No more climbing mountains, no more swimming through lakes, although it is going to take you quite a while to craft it, so be prepared to stand around for a while. But commit to it, it's worth your time and it's going to change the way you play this game. Now we can focus on those 4 pals that I think are going to not only make your gameplay a lot more fun, but they're going to enhance your experience. And I'm going to show you how to get them. If you're wondering, here's where we are on the map, and we're going straight for Azurobe. We need her for the team so we can go for that fire type later in the game. So you might be asking yourself, who should I use in battle? And we're going to cover that too. Azurobe is a dragon and a water type, so your best bet is to bring either an ice type or an electric type. In this case I brought Chillet because we're trying to stay consistent with our series. Now as you're about to see, my experience recording this didn't go too smooth. Azurobe randomly decided to swim really far away from the boss area and even ended up on a random patch of grass. I was lucky enough to be able to corner her and get the catch off, but you have to be very careful with bosses running away, because if they get far enough away from you and they're out of your field of view, their health bar will fully reset and you'll lose your progress. Thankfully that wasn't the case here, and we caught 1 out of the 4 important pals of this video. Now you might be asking yourself, why did we need to catch Azurobe? Well, we needed a strong water type because we have to take down the flame samurai himself, Bushi. There's a long list of reasons why I think you should have him on your team, but for now let's watch as he charges at us trying to kill us. The footage you're seeing is not my first attempt at him. He killed me multiple times on this server as I tried to get him. So bring your strongest water types. I recommend bringing an Azurobe and do a lot of dodging. Stay far away from him, he does a shit ton of damage and he's not afraid to do it to you. I'm gonna speed this footage up because this actually takes a really long time. He's not even the highest level pal, he's only level 23, but we aren't the highest level either. So make sure you bring a ton of spheres, a lot of patience, and get ready to dodge. If you're still unsure how powerful Bushi is, watch him fold my deer in half as he's getting captured. It was literally the last thing he did as a free pal before getting caught. He murdered my deer. But with Bushi and Azurobe under our belts, we've now got 2 out of the 4 important pals of the video caught, and we're going to bring them back to the home base. So why Bushi besides the obvious fact that he looks so cool? Take a look at these work suitability skills. Kindling 2, Handiwork 1, Lumbering 3, Transporting 2, and Gathering 1. This is an ideal base pal. And if you're wondering, here's where you can find him on the map. It's a pretty far distance away from our home base, but Bushi is worth it. He's a fantastic companion. We're now shifting focus towards the next pal on our list, which requires us to head a bit up north. This is the highest level pal we'll be going for in the entire episode, Elphidran. One of the nicest designs in this game, at least in my opinion. In case you can't tell, I do have a bit of a soft spot for the dragon types, but I think there's good reason for this one. The Elphidran that we're catching is going to be an alpha boss, so not only is he a dragon, but he's massive. Now, important warning to everybody watching, please bring a crossbow to this battle. This is the highest level pal we're going to be attempting in the entire video, all the way at level 30, so you're going to want to be well prepared to do more damage other than just your pal's attacks. Now remember, Elphidran is a dragon type, so his weakness is going to be ice. In my case, like an idiot, I forgot to bring my Chillet. But luckily we do have Pen King, who is half water and half ice, so he's going to be my main damage doer this battle. And you guys know the strategy here. Start firing your shots, get to work, and stay dodging consistently because Elphidran does a lot of damage. It's also important to remember why we're using ice types here. Not only do we get that extra damage boost, but we can freeze the opponent. This is the biggest advantage in an alpha boss battle. We get that few seconds to ping off some headshots, take advantage of these moments. Ice will be your best bet to do damage, but it's not the only option to get them stuck in place. Remember Robinquill from last episode? Well, he's another solid option for battle. By using him and other grass types, you can trap Elphidran inside of vines for a few seconds. It's not quite the same as the ice because he can still attack while he's trapped, but he's restrained from moving around for a few seconds. Now things start to get a little tricky when wild Robinquills get involved. These things are a pain in the ass and you're gonna have to be ready for them if you're gonna battle Elphidran. This is where you pull out the Bushi from earlier in the video. I hope you're starting to understand the order that we're doing things in. There is some reason to it. Bushi will mop the floor with any grass type you throw him at, and you're gonna see that on camera here. Robinquill would be a challenge for anybody else in my party, but Bushi dismantles him with ease. And now we can shift our focus back to Elphidran.
3:28 a.m.
As you're seeing, Bushi can actually do an ice move as well, which is huge for this battle. His fire moves can light Elphidran on fire and burn him, while his ice moves are super effective and do extra damage. Bushi is a beast. Not only did I forget to bring Chillet to this battle, but I also forgot to bring armor. Here I am 30 minutes into an alpha boss battle and I'm freezing to death in the cold. So now we have to start acting quickly. What happens next is ridiculous. We managed to get Elphidran's health down to below 200, which is really good. Only problem was, check my health out. Also beneath 200. Really not good. So I start tossing my yellow spheres at him, giving him my best shot, and look at this shit. At 49%, he pops out of the ball and kills me. But wait.
Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang!
With the final ball that we threw as we're getting killed, we catch Elphidran, and that makes it 3 out of the 4 important pals of the video. When you catch a giant dragon alpha boss, there's nothing to do other than rush right to your pal box, get him in your party, and admire the damn thing. Look at the size of this pal. It's unlike anything we've had at our base thus far, and it's going to be a lot of fun in the future episodes. It's fun to see the series progressing so quickly. A couple weeks ago we were celebrating getting a lamb ball and watching a rolling sheep go down the hill, and now we've got a dragon that's as tall as our house. We don't have any time to waste though, because we have the 4th and final important pal of the video to go after, and we're going to do so now. This next pal will be the key to all of the breeding we do in this series, or at least a majority of it. Feel like you know who he is? We'll be traveling all the way down to the wildlife sanctuary to find him, and he's an electric type. Think you know who the I'm talking about. We hopped right back on Nightwing and we're off to the wildlife sanctuary, and I know you guys have figured out who we're going for. It's Grizzbolt. Grizzbolt is extremely important to Palworld for a variety of reasons. He's got a very useful work suitability, but as mentioned earlier, he is the key to breeding in this world. For just about every pal we could possibly want at this stage in the game, there's a breeding combination that involves Grizzbolt, and we desperately need him. And he's not very easy to find. Grizzbolt happens to be the rarest spawn at this wildlife sanctuary, so running into him isn't guaranteed. This could very well take us a while. This was by far the most frustrating pal of the entire video to find. I killed the first one I found, and it took me 2 hours to find another one. But stay persistent, as you can see on screen, you will eventually find one. Now here's where you want to be careful. Grizzbolt does a shit ton of damage, and it's not hard for him to kill you if you give him a few shots. I had to hop off of my Nightwing because I just wasn't confident in my dodging abilities. And as you can see by my gameplay, my nerves were getting the best of me. After 2 hours of searching, I was super nervous not to blow this opportunity, and I was taking way more damage than I should have been. Also, please don't show up with only 2 gigaspheres like I've done here. That is a horrible strategy, and most of the time it's not going to go too well for us. When it's 1:30 in the morning and you've been searching for 2 hours, you don't exactly have your wits about you. Why the fuck am I hitting Grizzbolt with an axe when I've got 80 something arrows in my crossbow? Regardless of how nervous we were, we threw a final gigasphere at Grizzbolt and we added the yellow beast to our team. This unlocks a whole bunch of possibilities for the series, starting with our next episode, breeding. This is only the 4th episode of our Palworld Let's Play series, and I feel like we've made some incredible progress. But when you start breeding on Palworld, everything changes. We've got Grizzbolt safely transferred back to the base. He seems to like it here, and that's where we're going to wrap up episode 4 of our Palworld series. Hope you guys had a good time. I hope you added these pals to your world, and I hope you subscribe to the channel because we are very close to 400 subscribers. Keep an eye out for a new upload coming soon, and I look forward to seeing you there. Bye bye.